Sitaram, and a pleasant good evening to each and everyone. Welcome to tonight's Connecting Through Bhajans. At this point, I'd like to invite Sanya to do our opening prayer, followed by our first bhajan. Thank you.
Sitaram, everyone. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuvah तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा की जैसे बुलाते नहीं, तुम मीरा की जैसे बुलाते नहीं. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्, रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. कौन कहते हैं भगवान गाते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान गाते नहीं, पेड़ शबरी की जैसे खिलाते नहीं, पेड़ शबरी की जैसे खिलाते नहीं. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्, रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं, माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्, रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्, रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्, रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्. सीताराम.
Thank you, Sanya. Now I'd like to ask Anjoy, followed by Auntie Chancy and my mom. Thank you.
Sitaram. रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम जय सीताराम, भजु मन प्यारे सीताराम। सीताराम जय सीताराम, भज मन प्यारे सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। ऊंचा नीचा एक समान, सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। ऊंचा नीचा एक समान, सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। जय रघुनंदन जय घनश्याम, अवध विहारी सीताराम। जय रघुनंदन जय घनश्याम, अवध विहारी सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। राम राम राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। राम राम राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। Sister Ram.
Namaste, everybody. जय जननी जय भारती, जय जय जननी जय भारती। जय जननी जय भारती, जय जय जननी जय भारती। जिसका गुरुकुल सजा रही है, सच्चा सुख की आरती, सच्चा सुख की आरती। अंबर गाता सारी धरती, बारंबार पुकारती। जय जननी जय भारती, जय जय जननी जय भारती। इसी चाव में रहा सत्य का, सुखा यही प्रकाश है, सुख की यही प्रकाश है। हरा बिछौना पृथ्वी पर, ऊपर नीला आकाश है, ऊपर नीला संभारती। जय जननी जय भारती, जय जय जननी जय भारती। इसी तपोवन के आंगन में खेल चुके श्री राम है, खेल चुके श्री राम है। इसी भूमि पर माखन मिश्री बात गए घनश्याम है, बात गए घनश्याम है। धर कर नर का रूप यहाँ भगवान बने हैं सारथी। जय जननी जय भारती, जय जय जननी जय भारती। नमस्ते।
Sitaram, everyone. Jyoti janam gavaya sadhu, Jyoti janam gavaya sadhu, Jyoti janam gavaya, Jyoti janam gavaya sadhu, Jyoti janam gavaya sadhu, ज्योति जन्म गवाया। एक पिता के हम सब लड़के, धरती हमारी माता। एक पिता के हम सब लड़के, धरती हमारी माता। कुटुम कबीला संघन साथी, कुटुम कबीला संघन साथी। काल डंका बजाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया। 2 दिन का पहुनाई जगत में, माया में भर माया। एक पिता के 2 दिन के पहुनाई जगत में, माया में भर माया। धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे, धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे। छूटी जाए यह काया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया। सत्संग का गंगा बही है, कोमल जिसके धारा। सत्संग का गंगा बही है, कोमल जिसकी धारा। करिय स्नान विमल कर काया, करिय स्नान विमल कर काया। पापिन पार कराया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया। ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु, ज्योति जन्म गवाया। Thank you.
Thank you all. Now I'd like to ask Mrs. Ramnath if she can do the next bhajan or kirtan for us. Thank you.
जय सीताराम। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के, चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। तुम गणपति रूप में आना, तुम गणपति रूप में आना। रिद्धि साथ लेके सिद्धि साथ लेके चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। तुम शिव रूप में आना, तुम शिव रूप में आना। गौरा साथ लेके डमरू हाथ लेके चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। तुम राम रूप में आना, तुम राम रूप में आना। सीता साथ लेके धनुष हाथ लेके चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। तुम कृष्ण रूप में आना, तुम कृष्ण रूप में आना। राधा साथ लेके बंसी हाथ लेके चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। तुम विष्णु रूप में आना, तुम विष्णु रूप में आना। लक्ष्मी साथ लेके चक्र हाथ लेके चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना, चली आना प्रभु जी चली आना। जय सीताराम।
Thank you, Mrs. Ramdat. So I'll ask Anjoy if she can do the next one, and then we will move into our Bhajoka Khan segment. Thank you.
Mr. Ram. ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। सारे जग तेरी संतान, सारे जग तेरी संतान। इस धरती पर बसने वाले सब है तेरी गोद के पाले, इस धरती पर बसने वाले। सब है तेरी गोद के पाले, सब है तेरी गोद के पाले। कोई नीच न कोई महान, सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। सबको सन्मति दे भगवान, सारे जग तेरी संतान। सारे जग तेरे संतान। जातों नस्लों के बंटवारे, झूठ कहाई तेरे द्वारे। जातों नस्लों के बंटवारे, झूठ कहाई तेरे द्वारे। झूठ कहाई तेरे द्वारे। तेरे लिए सब एक समान, सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। सबको सन्मति दे भगवान, सारे जग तेरी संतान। सारे जग तेरी संतान। जन्म न कोई मोल नहीं है, जन्म मनुष्य का तोल नहीं है। जन्म न कोई मोल नहीं है, जन्म मनुष्य का तोल नहीं है। जन्म मनुष्य का तोल नहीं है। कर्म से है सबकी पहचान, सबको सन्मति दे भगवान। सबको सन्मति दे भगवान, सारे जग तेरी संतान। सारे जग तेरी संतान। Stop.
Thank you. So at this point, I'd like to pass over to Sanya for our Bacho Ka Khan segment. Thank you.
Siddham everyone and welcome to Bachu Kakan. I am very happy to be back after my long absence, and I would like to thank Auntie Shabana and everyone else who kept Bachu Kakan up and going. So tonight our presenters are Ananda, myself and Sinaya. Firstly, Ananda will be doing a poem entitled They Came, They Saw, They Conquered. Then I will be doing a song on Indian Arrival Day, which is entitled O Children of Noble and Ancient Culture. And then Sinaya will be doing a poem entitled The Past Generation. I will now pass over to Ananda.
This poem is about Indian Arrival Day in Trinidad and Tobago. It is taken from The Lotus Blooms, a collection of poems by Ramsudha Prasad. This poem won international award-winning Best Poetry Book in 2010 and also received award for International Award-winning Poetry Best Book in the Inspirational category. It is entitled They Came, They Saw, They Conquered. They came here since 1845. They toiled, they prayed. They worked in the sun and rain from morning to night. In their hearts and mind, Lord Ram gave them solace. Lakshman gave them courage. Mother Sita gave them a sense of duty. Hanuman gave them protection. They saw this new land. Some had hopes to return home, others decided to stay. They made this land their home. They worked hard on the lands where others have tried. They knew what was to be done. They made this place a richer country. From what they earned, they still saved a little. The desire was there. To have a family, they conquered all obstacles. They worked and loved and prayed. They came to their own. They had arrived. Thank you, Sitaram.
Thank you, Ananda. Now I will be doing my song that is entitled, O Children of Noble and Ancient Culture. O children of noble and ancient culture, awake, the time has come to rise. United with courage and strength together, rise up, awake, the time is right. O children of noble culture, O children of noble and ancient culture, awake, the time has come to rise. United with courage and strength together, rise up, awake, the time is right. O children of noble culture, our parents came from India land afar, bringing with them their culture, with little but their dharma, full of joy and hope forever. All they brought with them was their dharma. When they came here, they planted upon this land the seeds of the culture that they had brought. United with courage and strength together, building a new home in this land. O children of ancient culture, the days and the nights so hard and trying could not destroy their culture, could not destroy their dharma. They were brave and fought like Rama. They were strong and stood like Sita. Full of faith, love and vision, their sons and their daughters rise up to face the task at hand, continuing the work that our fathers started, building a new home in this land. O children of noble culture, we the young ones of today, our duty awaits us. Now is no time for weakness. Now is the time for action. Let us love and serve one another. Let us strive to build our future. Let us join hands and forces across this land, continuing the work that our fathers began. Fearless with courage and determination, building a new home in the sun. O children of ancient culture, O children of noble and ancient culture, awake, the time has come to rise. United with courage and strength together, rise up, awake, the time is right. O children of noble culture, O children of faith and vision, O children of eternal dharma, O children of strength and courage, O children of ancient culture, O children of Rama and Sita, O children of Allah and Krishna, O children of brighter future. Sitaram.
Today I will Sitaram. Today I will be reading a poem entitled The Past Generation by Patricia B. Nanan. My mother recently told me a kahani about the arrival of my Aja and Aji. She also mentioned some details about my dear Nana and Nani. You see, many years ago, a historical event occurred. They all arrived by the boatloads. as their voices would now be heard. They settled all over Trinidad and Tobago, separated from each other. But no matter what, they still cared for one another. Their brotherhood continued towards the end, and their love and friendship had no end. I remember all the messages they left with my mother to remind the next generation of what they stood for. They told her to be truthful and pure and live for one another. It was only by their hard labor the children did not suffer. I could still remember the smell I was getting as they were preparing talcary in the kitchen. The atmosphere was warm and inviting as they held their daily panchayat. They shared memories of their journey, parampara, frying traditions. They dressed in their sundar kapras and sang Hindi geets, united by the arranged marriages under the bamboo, and stayed in love, you see. They remained faithful to each other, no matter the disparity, you see. You see, these traditions have instilled strong values that will remain with me. I will live to tell my children about my past generation, who went through indentureship to clear the pathway for me. Without them, it would have been a lost generation, no one to fight for us and give us sound advice. I now salute you, Purvaj, for leaving us the template of a good life. Sitaram, happy Indian Arrival Day.
Thank you, Sanaya, for your presentation. We were all happy to present on Indian Arrival Day as we mark the 177th year. Thank you for everyone's participation, and we look forward to your participation again. Thank you, and Sitaram.
Thank you, Sanya, and to all of those that would have presented. So next, I'd like to ask Auntie Mala if she can do a song for us. Thank you.
Sitaram, this song says a part of it, without you, we have no one else. You are the boat and you are the boatman who will take us across this ocean of life as we celebrate Indian Arrival Day. Tum hi ho mata pita, tum hi ho bandhu saka, tum hi ho sati, tum hi sahari, koi na apna सेवा तुम्हारी, तुम ही हो नैया, तुम ही की वैया, तुम ही हो बंधु सका, तुम ही हो माता पिता, तुम ही हो बंधु सका, तुम ही हो। जो के सके ना वो पूरा हम है, तुम्हारे चरणों की धूल हम है। दया की दृष्टि सदा ही रखना, तुम ही हो बंधु सका, तुम ही हो माता पिता, तुम ही हो बंधु सका, तुम ही हो बंधु सका, तुम ही हो। Sitaram.
Thank you, Auntie Mala. So I'll ask Mrs. Ramnath to do the next song, and then I'll pass over to Auntie Chansey for tonight's catechism. Thank you.
जय सीताराम अगेन। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, तुम सीता खबर सुनाई, मेरी मन की शोक मिटाई। तुम सीता खबर सुनाई, मेरी मन की शोक मिटाई। कर आयो बारी निधाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सागर में सेतु बनाया, सब लश्कर पार लगाया। सागर में सेतु बनाया, सब लश्कर पार लगाया। क्या लंकापुरी में ठाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, सब राक्षस सन गिराई। लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, सब राक्षस सन गिराई। रावण दश शीश उड़ाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, मम काम किया बर भारी, तुम जीवो बरस हजारी। मम काम किया बर भारी, तुम जीवो बरस हजारी। ब्रह्मानंद भोग सुख नाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना। जय श्री राम।
Namaste, everyone. This evening, I would like to speak a little bit about indentureship, since Indian Arrival Day is right around the corner. 177 years ago, the first ship bringing indentured laborers arrived in the British West Indies. We have all heard of the long, arduous journey, one filled with fear, dread, and anxiety, but one also filled with hope for a better life. Our forefathers experienced a culture shock on arrival, an alien landscape, strange people, strange customs, language. Their lives had been upended. Some had come voluntarily, others had been tricked. On arrival, they were divvied up like chattel and dispatched to various estates all over Trinidad, and so their new lives began. A life of debt bondage, indentureship of 5 to 10 years. In exchange for their labor, they were given food, clothing, housing, sometimes a stipend, and at the end, some of them got land, money, or a return trip. I will not go into the details of the devious practices that went on, but I think most of us know it's not true for everyone, but it was true for a lot of the indentured laborers. Each year we celebrate our forefathers. We celebrate their courage to choose such an undertaking, the strength to endure that long 42-day trip, their resolve to hold on to their way of life, their customs, their faiths. We celebrate their foresight to bring with them seeds from their native homeland, seeds that were so precious and important to them, seeds that were integral to their lifestyles. They maintained close ties and solved issues and conflicts in a democratic manner. Not only was the Panchayat a form of democracy, but it showed regard for the wisdom of the respected and the elders. It was also a form of social welfare, a group cooperative. The group aided those in need and corrected those who needed to be censured. And today, or presently, what do we celebrate? Do we celebrate and we say, thank God they made that journey that has given all of us a fair chance to improve ourselves. Thank God they made that journey and they've freed us from the oppressive yoke of caste. Do we celebrate the culture of food, all the delicious dishes that Trinidad and Tobago is renowned for? Do we celebrate the fact that they maintain their faiths and engage in communal prayers? That they maintain their cultural and religious traditions? What exactly do we celebrate? For some of us, it may be all of the above. For others, it may be primarily one thing, one element. I would like to invite you to consider the above. But more importantly, how and what you celebrate. In spite of their simplicity, our forefathers understood what was really important. Their values remained intact. And of course, not everything about them was perfect. Alcohol, that sometimes led to domestic violence, became a very serious issue, as it remains today. The East Indian community became stigmatized because of this, with many tropes emerging about the East Indian man, alcohol, and violence. Another was the practice of not educating females. This robbed many women and girls of pursuing an education and contributing meaningfully to society. Now, unlike the trend in the world of judging historical figures and practices by modern values and practices, I won't go there. We cannot do this. We should not do this. It is pointless anyway. We have moved and progressed since those times. We have two extremes. Usually in the literature, you will see two extremes. The cynics who only see things in a negative light, and the others who are so filled with nostalgia that they can see no wrong in any past situation. Neither extreme will benefit us. Understanding the past, we must learn from it. Discern good practices from bad. Maintain and continue the former and abandon the latter. Some of this we have done quite successfully, but there is still much to be done. After all, there's always room for improvement. This is what life is all about. Please take the time to reflect on what your forefathers experienced. I mean this on a personal level. Not everyone in a big generic group. Us. Me thinking of my forefathers. You thinking of your forefather. You know, when we look at things in an impersonal way, sometimes what really matters escape us. Details are glossed over because we have no personal stake. But we should all reflect on our own forefathers' sacrifices, choices, and practices. And let us really do some introspection and soul searching as we celebrate Indian Arrival Day. Let us ask ourselves, have we, by our own lifestyles and value systems, honored the immense sacrifices and suffering of these courageous people? I hope the answer will not be in the negative. But then, it's not too late. We still have life in us and we have time. So it is a fairly urgent thing. We don't know how much time we have. But I think it is the least that we could do, that we can, this is a debt that we can never repay. And this is why in Hinduism, we always honor our elders, we honor our forefathers. Remember the Panchamahaya Yajna and the Pitru Yajna. So this is my short message for Indian Arrival Day, because you know we often see all these big celebrations and it's a lot of singing and dancing and eating and all of that. But I don't know how many people really think of it. You know, take the time to sit and really consider what these people, how frightening it must have been, this experience. You know, you're doing something, you're going somewhere that you don't even know. They could have been tricked and, you know, murdered. How many of them died on the way here? and they remain steadfast. They remain steadfast. And where are we? Where are we today? We have not experienced not even an iota of what they experienced. The immense sacrifices that they made for all of us to be educated and to be able to, do something meaningful with our life. So as we celebrate Indian Arrival Day, I would just like to ask, that let us all, when we celebrate this, let us recite a prayer. Recite a prayer for all of those who came, who were brave enough. And as my father used to say, thank God, whatever caused my grandfather, my Aja. Thank God and my Aji that he decided to come on this boat, because he don't know what would have happened in India. So with this, I say namaste and thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Chancy. So now I'll ask my mom to do the next song, followed by Auntie Mala and Auntie Chancy. Thank you.
Sitaram again. Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murari, Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murari, Panduranga Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hare, Panduranga Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hare. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Vittal Vittal Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hare, Vittal Vittal Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hare, Vittal Vittal Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hare, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radha Madhava Radhe Sham, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Vallabha Sita Ram, Radha Mukunda Radhe Sham, Radha Govinda Radhe Sham, Radha Radha Radha, Radhe Govinda, Bindraban Govinda, Krishna Mukunda, He Nanda Nandana, O Nanda Nandana, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda. Thank you.
Sitaram. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. 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 ये ध्वनि मंगल ध्वनि है, ओम शांति ओम। भरा है सुख कर ये मंत्र मन है, ओम शांति ओम। ओम शांति ओम। Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Sitaram.
Namaste again.
मैं एक छोटा सा, मैं एक नन्हा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैंने सुना है तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों से दुख टाले, मेरी दुख भी टल तो जानू सजानू चक्र सुदर्शन वाले। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मुझे पे धरो कुछ ध्यान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। तुमको दयालु अपन समझ के मैंने आज पुकारा, मुझे निर्बस हाथ पकड़ लो, दे दो नाथ सहारा। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मैं भी तुम्हारी संतान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं आया हूँ आज तुम्हारी द्वार पे आश लगाए, ऐसा कोई जतन करो प्रभु, साच को आज न आए। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, बिगड़ी बना दो भगवान, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक छोटा सा, मैं एक नन्हा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो।
Namaste.
Thank you.
Shabana, go ahead.
Yes, so we can take probably 2 more bhajans or kirtan, and then we will have our closing. So I'll ask Auntie Joy if she can do the next one, and then Mrs. Ramlat. Thank you.
Sitaram. और के दुख हरो है तुमने, हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। और के दुख हरो है तुमने, हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी, ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी, नाथ नगर नंदलाल, हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। और के दुख हरो है तुमने, हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। जमुना तट पर श्याम मुरारे, आए गोकुल की नर नारी। जमुना तट पर श्याम मुरारी, आए गोकुल की नर नारी। जमुना जी है सूखी सूखी, बैल प्यासी गाया भूखी। आश लगा के सब बैठे हैं, आश लगा के सब बैठे हैं। हाँ वो ब्रज के बाल, हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। और के दुख हरो है तुमने, हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। सीताराम।
Jai Sitaram again. Ram Ram Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranam Tatulyam, Sri Ram Nam Varaname. राम राम भज राम राम भज राम राम भज राम, राम राम सिय राम भज ले राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम। राम राम भज राम राम भज राम राम भज राम, राम राम सिय राम भज ले राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम। धर्म काज पृथ्वी पर आये, दशरथ जी की पुत्र कहाये। जनकपुरी में शिव धन तोरा, सती सिया संग नाता जोरा। सिया पिया बन राम प्रभु कहलाए सीताराम, भज राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम। राम राम भज राम राम भज राम राम भज राम, राम राम सिय राम भज ले राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम। पिता वचन के पालनहारे, राजपाठ कर बन को सिधारे। विश्वामित्र जग रखवाले, सती अहिल्या तार नहारे। पंचवती को बना दिया एक राज धर्म का धाम, भज राम राम सिय राम, भज राम राम सिय राम। राम राम भज राम राम भज राम राम सिया राम। राम राम सिया राम भज ले राम राम सिया राम। भज राम राम सिया राम भज राम राम सिया राम। असुरों को संहार धान कर सेना सहित चढ़े लंका पर। अभिमानी रावण को मारा सीता को संकट से उबारा। राम राज हो गया देश में गुण गाए हनुमान। भज राम राम सिया राम भज राम राम सिया राम। राम राम भज राम राम भज राम राम भज राम। राम राम सिया राम भज ले राम राम सिया राम। भज राम राम सिया राम भज राम राम सिया राम। भज राम भज राम भज राम भज राम। भज राम भज राम भज राम भज राम। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। बोलिए प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय।
So everyone, can we clasp our hands, close our eyes as we say thank you. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us this opportunity to come together, to worship and praise your name. And as we do our closing mantras, I would like you to think of our forefathers and offer that prayer for their souls. For their souls, that they may find peace. Om Sarvesham Swastirbhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all be auspicious. May all attain peace. Let there be fullness and contentment all over. May all be blessed. Let there be peace everywhere. Namaste, everyone. Please stay safe. And thank you all for joining this evening.